This is the Fantasy Roadshow.
Welcome in, all you roadies. We appreciate you joining us again. We're back. This is the Roadshow. I am Ryan, and this is Mike Kulz. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on YouTube. Soon you will find us on other platforms as well. Who knows? But as of right now, we are filming another mock draft. Mike, this seems like mock draft 100, but it's not. Sure feels like it.
No, there's still more mocks that need to be done before.
Oh, I did want to say something to everybody listening. We apologize if we had blown any speakers, ruptured any eardrums with that mock draft drop that we did in the last couple mock draft episodes. And we're working on a new remedy. So stay tuned. That's all.
Mac.
Yeah. But yeah, Mike, what are we doing today? 12 team PPR, because PPR is standard. Everybody get with the program. Yep. You are drafting from spot 12. I am drafting from spot 6.
That's right. Yeah. One quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, and 1 flex is the roster breakdown. I'm in the 12 spot. As Ryan said, he's in the 6 spot. Let's get into it.
All right, everybody, we're just going to kick this off and we'll see how this starts. I'm hoping for a good pick here in the 6th spot. Let's start off right. What do we got? Okay.
It's your boy, Tyreek.
I know my boy Tyreek is sitting there. I really want to. I don't want to be too similar to other drafts. However, I know I'm going to stay true to my rankings, and I'm going to stay true to who I would take here in a real draft, and that is Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would have been acceptable if you went Kelsey to see how a tight end round 1 build went, you know?
I was considering it.
Yeah, but that's like, in my mind, that's what you have. You got to go your top receiver, right? It's like you can start up to 4. It doesn't matter that we just drafted a mock and you had Tyreek Hill fall to 7.
Yeah, no, I get that. I know. I just don't want to be too, the same every single time. But it hasn't been like this in a while, so I'm fine with it. I'm starting Tyreek. I'm excited. Mike, you're on the clock.
In my mind, that's what the people want from us, right? Is like they want to see who we're taking, right? You know what I mean? Like showing them different looks. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, real life scenario.
Yeah, they want to know what to do in their draft. That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
And the people know I'm going CD Lamb every time in this spot. So give me CD, Mr. Lamb, and Garrett Wilson. That is just who I'm going there every time. CD.
Yeah, it's a great
Garrett
start.
Wilson. They're both top 5 receivers for me. I love pounding wide receiver early this year, especially when you can start up to 4. I just like some of those running backs here in the next few rounds. So that's how we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless a Barkley falls, unless a Bijan, those are the only 2 running backs that I really consider in these first 2 rounds.
Yeah, makes total sense. I mean, that's why we like drafting from the back end of the draft, because you're getting insane value there, and especially on the turn, more so rather than last few years. I feel like this is the year to draft from the back of the draft, in my opinion. So, I don't like who I'm presented with here. I'm in the 2nd round here. My normal draft selection would be Jalen Waddle, but I have Tyreek Hill, and I don't want to go Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I always go against doing this.
Yeah.
But there's something to say about them both being top 10 wide receivers. So I'm going to go against my better judgment. I'm drafting Jalen Waddle with Tyreek Hill. I don't like doing it, but I also need to veer away from that just for the reason that they're on the same team and they're teammates.
I preach that. I mean,
I know, and I'm trying to get better, but it's hard because to realize that they can't score on the same play. And I feel like that limits fantasy upside, but it really doesn't because they're both top 10 wide receivers. And I just got 2 top 10 wide receivers leaving the second round. So
yeah, I mean, like, here's the way that I break it down. Like, do you think they're both 1,000-yard receivers?
Absolutely.
End of story. That being said, like, where is Olave and Devontae Smith on your rankings compared to Waddle? Is it like very neck and neck? Because if it is, then that kind of makes sense, right? But other than that, it's like, if that's what you think this receiver is, go get him.
I have in order Waddle, Devontae, Olave.
Yeah, right in order.
In order.
So then, like, that's the other thing you could do there is Olave and Devontae close enough to Waddle in my mind that I take one of them over?
I'm thinking for me, there is a tier break with Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, and Jalen Waddle. I think those players I just listed are a tier above Devontae Smith, Chris Olave, Amari Cooper, T. Higgins. So
you have to take Waddle there.
Yeah. And
if you're going back and forth in your rankings and coin flipping between Olave and Waddle, then it makes sense. Like, yeah, go Olave there. But
no, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. I'm taking
Waddle
over them. Yeah, I'm taking Waddle over Devontae Smith and Chris Olave every single opportunity.
Then you have to. Yeah, it's tough. I get it, but you just gotta get that out of your brain.
Yeah. So here, it's kind of hard passing up Devontae and Olave because they are directly behind Waddle, and they both fell to me here in the third round. And I think that there's phenomenal value drafting them in the third round. However, Travis Etienne and Najee Harris both are very interesting, but I think I'm just going to stick with my guns here and draft my next best wide receiver, and that's Devontae Smith.
Yeah, that is the smarter decision.
Oh, well, hey, Mike, thank you. I appreciate that.
It just is, when you can start up to 4 wide receivers, you should not be roster filling in the third round,
No, and I mean,
that's
my 3 wide receivers.
It's a common mistake that people make. It is a mistake. It's genuinely a mistake, like, it's just like, it's a psychological thing though, right? You look at your lineup and you're like, fuck, I'm wide receiver. Like,
you're self-handicapping.
It's a starter, even in the flex spot, man, you saw me go 4 wide receivers, the draft before. It's like, it's tough to do, but if you like some of those running backs, it's more of a risky move, right? It's like, I'm going to take the value on the board with the hopes that it works out where running backs that I like fall to me. I mean, I'm going to take ETN here. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to go ETN, and I'm going to go Amari Cooper.
I was hoping you fell. I thought, dude, if I could start Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith, and Amari Cooper, I was like, I was beyond thrilled with that potential.
I go ETN. I've said it once and I'll say it a million times about him. It's Trevor Lawrence's guy. He's better than Tank Bigsby, and he's going to be on the field a lot more than Tank. So does Tank have a role? Yes. Amari Cooper, I think he's a ball hawk and going to have an awesome year. So easy decision for me there.
Yeah, it makes sense. And like I said, I was hoping he fell to me to complete my little quad stack there with Yeah, that 4 wide receivers, just the thought of having Hill, Waddle, Smith, and Cooper was just really
nice.
getting my juices flowing there. But obviously, things don't work out the way you want them to in drafts. That's the name of the game. So here at this pick, I mean, Joe Burrow's sitting there in the 4th round. It's hard to pass him up, Joey B. But I still like better value at the quarterback position in a few rounds, and I'm hoping something falls to me in the 5th, 6th, or 7th. That's kind of my sweet spot for quarterbacks. So even though there is value at Joe Burrow right here, I'm probably going to be looking elsewhere and considering my other options. DeAndre Hopkins is interesting to me here. I'd have to double check my rankings and see where he stacks up with the other wide receivers available, make sure I'm not overlooking someone. And I don't think I am. DJ Moore's gone, Calvin Ridley's gone, Keenan Allen's gone. Those are all that same area. So I'm going to grab. I'm curious to see how my team ends up by me going 4 wide receiver, and I'm going to kind of curious to see who falls in the next couple rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you saw me do it, man. And it works out if the running backs that you like fall to you.
Yeah, I'm grabbing DeAndre Hopkins, man. The guy is a target hog. He is going to see a ton of targets in that Tennessee offense.
Yeah, and I see one of your running backs, boom, who just fell to you.
I love it. I'm taking him, Miles Sanders.
So
not too worried about that there. I'm glad that I was able to get him as my RB1.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. What the board just fell your way, and that's the kind of things why you just take the value while it's in front of you on the board.
Yeah.
So worked out perfectly for you. I'm going to take Cam Akers here.
Wow, you have 2 really good picks here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Akers and Ayuk. I really wanted to go Herbert, and I still might, man. It's really...
Trevor Lawrence went in the 5th round above Herbert here. I'm just realizing that.
Gosh, I really want to go Herbert. But I just don't think I can. I like, obviously, Ayuk. I almost wish Ayuk wasn't here. Yeah, I almost think I have to go Akers and Ayuk here. As much as I want Herbert, I think he's going to have an incredible year. So here is something where, like, this matters on scoring settings, because if it's a 6-point touchdown passing touchdown league, then I may go Herbert here. Because the guys that I like here a little bit later on, I mean, I'm probably looking at Deshaun Watson at this point, but if I don't get Watson and I have to go to a Daniel Jones, he doesn't throw that many touchdowns. So, there is a little bit more value for someone like Herbert, who's just an absolute gunslinger. Had 38 passing touchdowns just 2 seasons ago. So I'm going to go Akers because I do... if I don't get Josh Allen, I'm probably waiting on quarterback. It's tough not to go Herbert there, but I'm gonna end up just going Ayuk and Akers, and
those
really happy.
I think those were the right picks there. Taking Ayuk and Akers, those are 2 of your guys. And your team is looking rather nice with your 4 wide receivers there, and Etienne and Akers. I like your build so far.
Yeah, that's my starting skill players right there. So I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I've
gone Herbert maybe.
I was considering Herbert in the 5th. If Miles Sanders didn't fall to me in the 5th, I would have taken Herbert there. That's kind of where I want to draft a quarterback. I've been seeing Trevor Lawrence available in the 6th and the 7th round. I did not think he was going to be taken there before my pick. He's someone that I love grabbing in the 6th and 7th, like I said, but there's other guys I like later.
That might be our underdog brain, man. We've seen him
going in the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're probably right. We've been doing a lot of underdog best ball drafts, mixing them in with mock drafts. So we're transitioning our brain to mock drafts, being the start of draft season recently. So so anyway, let me get back to this pick here.
There might come a time when I'm only underdog brain
and just forget about mocks.
Ryan and I are in a league together, redraft league, and there's a debate that came up today. And I think it's been a few years since Ryan won a championship in this league, and I just joined the team last year, and someone was just shit talking him, and I almost said,
"Hey Nick,
yeah,
fuck you."
I almost said, if we don't win this year, then I'm just like, I'm done, like almost just making it high leverage like that. Yeah. But because I'm okay with moving away from managed and playing more best ball, like
just going strictly best ball and dynasty.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of my frustrations with fantasy football come in managed, but I like playing. If I'm in a league and there's not GM moves being made, there's not trades being made, then I'm really not that interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. Regular managed home leagues.
You're on the clock. What are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm on the clock. Sorry. I'm just
You're
over here.
Looking at your phone. I'm like, what are we doing?
No, I'm not. I got rankings.
I saw you looking down.
No, I got my phone's over here to the side watching preseason football, so I'm glancing over there at that.
Okay.
But no, I'm gathering some thoughts here. Just kind of talking through some bullshit with you as I was simultaneously looking at options for this pick, and I think I'm going to be going with Rachaad White, Tampa Bay Bucks running back.
I love that. But yeah, anyways, so I was like, I could see myself moving him back away from like leagues that don't make moves. I have no interest. Put me in a dynasty league. I love it. Put me in best ball. Like the way that I am now, if I'm in a league and there's not moves being made in season, then it's basically best ball in my mind. You're just setting your lineup, and I have no interest. I have no interest in doing that.
Yeah, me neither, especially because I tend to overthink starting spots and make the wrong decisions. So best ball is right up my forte. So I love it. I am back on the clock here. Looking at, I have 4 wide receivers, 2 running backs in this range right here. Christian Kirk, Javonte Williams is really enticing here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. You know what? I feel like this is tough, man. Why am I tilting on every fucking mock? I'm like, I go through. I want to take Javonte here, but I also really like other running backs in the next round.
It's early. It's early in draft season. You need to get systematic, and then, then it's just you're a computer drafting, just like all these other computers we're sitting in here with.
No, I know. I think my opinion stems from Javonte still prior to all of this great news that has been coming out about his recovery. Put it that way. Like if we haven't heard all of this great news, I'd be passing him up. But
you know
what I'm saying? So this is all relative to recent information, changing opinion based on news and blurbs that are coming out. So I'm taking Javonte there.
Yeah, I think I'm on Javonte now, just because if he's as healthy as they're saying, then there's going to be a lot of value there.
Definitely.
It's crazy to say, but so Deshaun Watson is there. I was hoping he was going to fall. I'm going to go James Cook, and I'm going to go Deshaun Watson. I'm very high on James Cook. I kind of have been for quite some time. I saw the way that he was running the ball in that offense and saw that he could be a whole different person at running back than Singletary. So you're starting to hear that out of camp, that there isn't him in the passing game. I just think that if you give him more of a role, he's going to have a very successful time touching the ball and making big plays. So for me, it was a no-brainer. James Cook, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I have to reevaluate on where I really have Javonte in these ranks, if he's going to be playing week 1, and where I'm going to fit him in this group of guys, because I mean, James Cook is a guy that, you know, I've been gaining traction on as well. And I'm like really trying to think, like, if Javonte is really going to be there week 1, am I taking him over James Cook? And I just did. So I feel like that sways my opinion. So I'm going to be putting Javonte Williams over James Cook in my rankings. So just talking that through out loud.
Do it.
Anyway,
where did you print those bad boys out, by the way?
At the hotel lobby.
Dang.
The hotel Holiday Inn.
Anyway,
I did that wrong. It's hotel motel Holiday Inn. But anyway,
Zach Charbonneau is running right now in front of my face. Go ahead and give us your thoughts here.
Yeah. My thoughts are pretty simple. I'm a little butthurt right now. Thought Tua was going to be there for me in the 8th round to pair up with Waddle and Hill. Turns out Team 9.
So here's interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Team 9's what?
Team 9's a dickhead for taking Tua there.
He's a cock. Yeah, so here's an interesting thought, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
In redraft, taking Hill, Waddle, and then Tua, are you too leveraged in the Dolphins at that point? Like best ball, that's the strategy you want, right? That's outstanding. Yeah. But in redraft, do you become too leveraged? Like if the Dolphins get, have a 9-6 win and they don't score any touchdowns and it's a really, bummy defensive game, you're almost automatically going to lose that matchup, right?
Yes, but my opinion on the Dolphins,
you think they're going to be successful, so you think they're going to have great games more than shitty games, and then you're going to win all those weeks.
Yes. Yeah. And I think with the connection of Waddle and Hill on those explosive plays that I know they're going to have this year, like I literally think Tyreek Hill is going to have close to 2,000 yards and Jalen Waddle is going to have close to 1,500. Like there's going to be games where they both go off, and I feel like those are week winning matchups. Those times that they do go off, I am not losing those matchups.
So then, like Tua in the 8th round, that's not a ton of draft capital. Yeah, I agree.
So that was just my thought process. I was really, after seeing Herbert go, I'm like, I'm waiting on Tua, and I thought taking Javonte Williams there was the good idea, but I don't know. I'm looking at the quarterbacks left, and not too happy with the landscape. So anyway, I'm going to go back to my pick here, and I am going to be taking another running back after starting 4 wide receiver. I'm going 4 running back, and I'm grabbing Antonio Gibson.
Antonio, there goes Charbonneau. I'm watching him run in my face.
How's he running? How's he looking, Mike? Talk to me about the eye test. What are you seeing on the prolific Kulz eye test?
Not looking, not doing anything special.
Yeah.
And let's see what his stats are. I bet you they'll back it up. 4 carries, 15 yards. He had 1 9-yard rush. I didn't see that.
Oh, so. Touchdown. Is that Lockett?
No. Yeah, this is bad radio. You're on the clock.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Back on the clock here. I'm presented with a few options here. I really like Brandon Cooks this year. I want to grab him here. But I feel like if I don't grab this other quarterback, that I'm really going to be missing out on
Anthony Richardson.
Funny. No, I'm going to grab Aaron Rodgers and hope that he is back to MVP form and, helps my team here.
Rogers. Okay. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I am going to do.
What are you going to do, Mike? I am.
Don't know. I know that I'm going to take Dalton Kincaid.
Mm-hmm. If that wasn't obvious by now.
I'm going to take Kincaid, and then I'm going to take someone who, honestly, I am stretching for in ADP on this app, but I have them high in my rankings, and I am going to take higher than every receiver, I believe. I'm going to take Sky Moore.
Oh, you dirtball. Really hoping he was falling, but that's not the case.
You're not getting, you can't squeeze Sky Moore lower on the ranks by me, you know. I'm gonna weed that out every time. I'm gonna keep that in the chamber. I know I have one draft on Sleeper for my work league, and I'm gonna be keeping that in the chamber as Sky Moore value based on how they have them ranked on this specific draft board. That is something that you need to do research on, because, like, for example, like I have a draft on Yahoo. I don't know the next thing about Yahoo. If I just go on and don't have an idea of how they're ranked, there's going to be someone sitting, you know, that they're just have ranked as an outlier that is going to be huge value because people kind of just tend to look at the board, see someone they like, and take.
Definitely.
You know who has looked good in this game is Ty Chandler. He looks good running the ball. The Kulz prolific eye test says Ty Chandler looks like a good running back.
Okay, and he seems to be the number 2 right now. Now that Kene Nwangu is dealing with injury, so see how that develops. I don't like this pick here, but I am going to take a wide receiver. I'm going to pass up on Adam Thielen, Alan Lazard, Jamison Williams, Cortland Sutton, and I am going to change my opinion. I was going to grab Rashad Bateman. No, it's a better offense. I'm going to grab Rashad Bateman. I was deciding between him and Adam Thielen, but the Ravens are going to be better than the Panthers this year, so I'm taking the potential one on the Ravens rather than the potential one on the Panthers.
I thought you were going to go A-Chain.
I wanted to. I love A-Train, but I feel like at this point in the draft with my team build currently, I need more depth at wide receiver since it is start 3, one in the flex as well.
4 straight running backs.
Yeah. Which I love the 4 running backs I got. I feel like I got great value and good depth here, so I'm okay taking Bateman there in the 10th and passing up on A-Chain, even though I love him.
The master baiter.
The master baiter.
And what do you got here?
Oh my God, I'm on the clock again. I'm over here thinking that you are on the clock, and it is me. So back on the saddle, and oh man, my best friend is just sitting right there. But I'm going to pass him up. I'm taking Greg Dulcich.
Bestie.
Jacoby Myers, if anybody didn't know, he has been coined my best friend. So it is what it is. We're besties, you know.
He's Ryan's best friend. So I'm actually considering doing. I'm considering doing something here that I never do.
Oh, watch out! Watch out, everybody! What's he gonna do? I can't wait to find out. Mike, what are you doing?
I don't want to do it.
Oh, come on. You're going to tease us like that and say that you're going to do something you don't normally do? I'm looking forward to it.
I was going to take a second tight end, which maybe I still will. But I literally, I think that's just an idiotic move. And I'll probably drop him.
Do it.
Gosh, I don't know what I want to do here. I have Nico Collins ahead of Darnell Mooney, so I'm going to take Nico. Darnell's very interesting. Let me make sure. I'm sure I do. But I don't have my rankings pulled up, and I want to look just to make sure. Bow, bow, beep, bow, 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 bow. I have Nico Collins at wide receiver 49, and I have Darnell Mooney at 54. So, yeah, I'm going to take Nico. I think he's going to have an awesome year. Oh, I accidentally took Dobbs. Could you change that?
Yeah, who you want me to change it to?
Nico Collins.
Yeah. There you go.
So I was considering taking Sam Laporta here but taking 2 tight ends is just completely against what I would ever consider doing.
Yeah, after you called it idiotic, as soon as you did that, I was just going to blur out, idiot! You fucking idiot!
Fucking idiot! And I'm going to take Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby is probably the best handcuff in football right now, and I have ETN.
Is he a bigger handcuff than Elijah Mitchell?
I don't know. I don't even want to have that debate. I think Tank has a better role maybe than Mitchell.
Yes,
guaranteed
I would agree.
role. So I'm gonna go Bigsby. That just seemed like the right pick there in the 12th round.
I would agree with you. And so I am on the clock here. I could really go anywhere. Kind of free range on best available in my mind. And looks like that is going to be, as I'm talking this through, someone you accidentally took, and I'm taking Romeo Dubes. The Dube man. Now I'm about to be back on the clock with my last pick in the 13th round. And someone fell that I didn't think was going to be there. Do I like them over others? I do. I'm just going to take no, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Kendre Miller with my last pick.
Kendre. Beautiful. I'm going Jerome Ford. Ford and I'm going
Uncle
Ford.
Jerome?
Huh? Yeah, I love Jerome Ford. You're going to see him on so many teams of mine.
Yeah. All right, so run down your team real quick. How did it turn out?
I have Deshaun Watson, ETN and Akers, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Amari Cooper, Dalton Kincaid, Brandon Ayuk, and then I got James Cook, Sky Moore, Nico Collins, Tank Bigsby, and Jerome Ford on the bench. That looks like a pretty just stereotypical at Kulz_sports team.
I'm seeing a trend in a lot of our teams, Mike. So nothing wrong with that. We like who we like, and these are the players that we're trying to promote to everyone watching this. This is who you should be taking. So my team ended up with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Running back, I got Miles Sanders, Rashad White, Javonte Williams, Antonio Gibson, and Kendre Miller. And my star-studded wide receiver room is Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, the Dolphin brothers. Hey, Jimmy Tumps out there. Yeah, I'm on your squad here. Devontae Smith, DeAndre Hopkins, Rashad Bateman, Romeo Dobbs, with Greg Dulcich at tight end. So that is what it is here on the Fantasy Roadshow. That is another mock for the books. We hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more mocks and more best balls. We got divisional breakdowns. A lot more coming. Yeah, Mike, it's 2-a-days, and you better buckle the fuck up.